Yurenuka, now introduce Panda now to you take over.
Yeah, Aramikala. You can start now.
सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः। अद्यतनस्य संस्कृतवाणी कार्यक्रमस्य हार्दिक स्वागतम्। अद्यतनं कुमारी युरेनुका सञ्चालकरूपेण अस्ति। सा आण्डवर् महाविद्यालये MA संस्कृतं पठति च संस्कृतभारती कार्यकर्त्री अस्ति। युरेनुका, प्लीज टेक ओवर।
नमो नमः। संस्कृतवाणी कार्यक्रमस्य मुख्य लक्ष्यं संस्कृतभाषायाः वर्धनम्। सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः। अधुना वयं सर्वे संस्कृतवाणी कार्यक्रमस्य सन्दर्भे सम्मिलिताः सन्ति। अत्र भागं कर्तुम् आगतवन्तः सर्वेभ्यः कृते मम हृदयपूर्वक स्वागतं प्रकटयामि। Namaskaram to all. On this beautiful evening, we have assembled today for one more interesting session of our Samskrita Vani program. Let us start our program with a salutation to God. For that, I invite Kumari Nithyashree Bahini to perform the prayer. Nithyashree Bahini, Bangalore Nahare Vasati, Anantaram Dashama Kakshayam Patanti Asti. Nithyashree is a resident of Bangalore. She is studying in class 10. She has been learning music from the age of 3rd under the able guidance of Srimati Sumana Shriram. She has also passed her Karnataka board Carnatic music examination with distinction. Prarthana Geetam Gatum Kumari Nithyashree Bahini Ahvayami.
Namaskara. Today I'll be singing Sharade Karnanide in Raga Hamir Kalyani, set to Mr. Chaputala, dedicated to Shri Sharadambe. Sharade Karunanide Sakala Navamba Sada Jana Sharade Karunanide Sakala Navamba Sada Jana Sharade Karunanide Sakala Navamba Sada Jana Charana Dimagita Vaibhava Purita Kila Diktate Sharade Karunanide Sakala Navamba Sada Jana Charana Dimagita Vaibhava Purita Kila Diktate Sharade Karunanide Bhasma Bhushan Bhushite Vararatna Muli Virajite Bhasma Bhushan Bhushite Vararatna Muli Virajite शर्मधायिनि कर्ममोचनि निर्मलं कुरु मानसं शर्मधायिनि कर्ममोचनि निर्मलं कुरु मानसं शारदे करुणानिधे सकलानवाम्ब सदा जनान् चारणादिमगीत वैभव पूरिताखिल दीक्तते शारदे करुणानिधे हस्तसंधृत पुस्तकाक्षपटी सुधाघटमुदिते हस्तसंधृत पुस्तकाक्षपटी सुधाघटमुदिते कस्तवास्तिः वर्णने चतुरो नरकचरोतव कस्तवास्तिः वर्णने चतुरो नरकचरोतव शारदे करुणानिधे सकलानवाम्ब सदा जनान् चारणादिमगीत वैभव पूरिताखिल दीक्तते शारदे करुणानिधे
धन्यवादः भगिनी समीचीनं श्रोतुं बहु मधुरमासीत् शोभनं भाषणम् इति सुभाषितम् अधुना अस्माकं कृते सुभाषितं भाषितुं सुन्दरकृष्णन् महोदयं प्रार्थयामि Sundarakrishnan ji is from Tirunelveli district, postgraduate in commerce and he works in private organization. He is residing in Delhi from 1987.
Namaskaraha. Namo namaha mitrani. Adyatam Subhashitam. Today we have two eminent personalities between us to share their wisdom of knowledge with us. So today's Subhashitam is on knowledge. Na choraharyam, na jarajaharyam, na bradubhajyam, na chabharakari, vyayaye kriteva danayeva nityam, vidyadhanam sarvadana pradhanam. The meaning: the wealth of knowledge cannot be stolen by thieves, nor can it be taken away by king. It cannot be divided among brothers like a property. It does not have a weight. If spent regularly or given to more and more people, it always keeps growing. The wealth of knowledge is the most superior wealth of all. Sankrita Vani Choraha Manushyat Vidyadhanasya Apaharan na karantu shaknuvanti. Rajasya abhi कर रूपेण व अन्य प्रकारेण व विद्याधनं न नचति नयति मनुष्यस्य सहोदरः अपि विद्याधनेन विभागं न करन्तु शक्नुवन्ति मनुष्यस्य शिरसि विद्यायाः भारः न भवति यदि मनुष्य विद्यायाः व्ययं करोति तर्हि विद्या न्यूना न भवति अपितु विद्या वर्धते एव एवं विद्यायाः सर्वेषु धनेषु श्रेष्ठा अस्ति अतः विद्याधनं सर्वधनं प्रधानं भवति पुनः सुभाषितानं पठन् रिपीटिंग द सुभाषितं न चोरहार्यं न च राजहार्यं न भ्रातुभाज्यं न च भारकारी व्यये कृतेव धनयेव नित्यं विद्याधनं सर्वधन प्रधानम. धन्यवादः.
धन्यवादः महोदय. सुभाषितम् अतीत शोभनम् आसीत्. That was a very nice message. पुनः धन्यवादः. भगवद्गीतायाः पाठः विषये भाषणं दातुं श्री शंकर कुमारन महोदय आह्वयामि. Shankarkrishnan Mahodaya is an academician. He has done his masters in Sanskritam and in Yoga, Gurukulam alumnus, visiting faculty at Amrita University and life education coach.
Can I start? Am I audible?
Yes.
Sarvebhyah Swagatam. I'm very happy to meet you all again. Last month we couldn't meet due to some reason. So today we will continue from where we left in the month of October 27th or 28th. So in the month of October, when we had a session, we discussed about dharma. Visa Swadharma, Samanya Dharma, Vishesha Dharma, and how Krishna used dharma as a logic to convince Arjuna. Now we are going to see the next type of argument which Krishna puts forth in front of Arjuna. According to my knowledge, this is one of the very beautiful part where Krishna takes the divine perspective, the spiritual dimension, and also the law of universe in a very classical way. We have already seen the 11th shloka, where if a person is really having that wisdom, then that person will not cry for something which is not worth crying. Ashocyan anvashochatvam. So if a person cries for something which is not worth crying, that means that person is not intelligent. So in that dimension we have discussed, and that is the first intellectual approach of Krishna. And today we are going to see something which is very interesting, which is also connected to what Krishna said before, but this got a very deeper meaning. First I will tell you the shloka, and then I will give you the basic meaning of the shloka, and then we will see what are all related to this shloka which we can understand from Indian philosophy, and which and all will be useful for our personal life. Krishna says, Sukha dukhe same kritva labha labhau jaya jayau tato yuddhaya yujyasva naivam papam avapsyasi. This is a very fantastic statement, because on this statement, whatever thought Krishna is incepting in the mind of Arjuna start getting so many doubts, and from here starts the spiritual perspective of Arjuna's curiosity. Till now, Arjuna was only focused on war and how can I kill these people, etc. But from this shloka, the entire conversation which is happening between Krishna and Arjuna is elevated from the worldly perspective to the purpose of life perspective. Let me not beat around the bush. Let me tell you what exactly that shloka tells. Krishna is telling, if you have balance between sukha and dukkha, pain and happiness, labha and alabha, that is profit and loss, sukha dukhe same kritva labha labha jaya jayo. So whether it is a victory or whether it is a defeat, when you have balance in all these kinds of extreme opposite poles, then whatever action you do, that action's result, if it is a papa, you won't get that papa. This is a declaration which Krishna gives to Arjuna. So honestly speaking, Arjuna was telling, no, if I kill, I will get pavam, I will go to eternal hell, I will be having so much of pain, my hands will be filled with blood, and even after winning, I can't be in peace of mind, and they all are my beloved people. The society will have imbalance because of so many men dying in the war, etc., etc. So to all those confusion, Krishna is giving a very beautiful statement. I don't know how many of you know this. I'm just going to give you a small hint from a very big story from Mahabharata. And if time permits, some other day we can discuss about this story also. In Mahabharata, there comes a conversation where this story is explained, where that story tells a person who is a butcher, who cuts meat for his livelihood, is a jnani, Brahma jnani. So how can a person who kills animals for his livelihood, every day he's killing innocent animals, goat or hen or whatever it is, how can that person be a jnani? This question comes to a jnani itself. So there was a spiritual sadhak, a sannyasi, a yogi, who get this doubt. You are killing every day innocent animals and you are selling for money, and you are living your life by killing other creature. And Shastra say ahimsa paramo dharmaha, and don't harm anybody and love everybody. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. And you are a murderer and you are a sinner, and how can you have the Brahma Jnanam? This question a yogi asks in Mahabharata to a butcher. And butcher tells, I don't have much time because it's in a busy schedule. So you wait at the end of the day, after we can have a discussion and I will explain. So that story, the entire in perspective, because Krishna in one place says that I see everybody same. I see even a normal human being, and both I see same. So this we can understand. All people, those who think we are following Sanatana Dharma, can understand Samatvam. That even a person who eats dog meat and a person who is doing puja, both we need to treat same, because the Atma in every soul is same. This we all agree. But here comes a twist in the story where he says, even your action is wrong, even your action is hurting somebody, even then you can be a Brahmajnana. So the purpose of me intentionally sharing this is to, so please, I'm not confusing without my knowledge, because we have no understanding of Indian scriptures. We read calendar, and in calendar they say 7 things of Bhagavad Gita. This is all like Rajinikanth movie dialogues. But Krishna never makes this kind of statements. We need to understand things in a deeper way. In India, we never say, Ellam Bhagavan Paathukuvan. No, we never say it is God's responsibility to take care of life. It is our responsibility. We need to take action. There is a very beautiful shloka where they say, you need to take action and you need to put all your effort and knowledge and time and hard work. And when you do everything perfect from your end, then God will come. To be frank, that time God is not needed, right? We put all our effort and we try. So that is what Indian scriptures say. According to Indian scriptures, God is not a mean to escape from our duties. And God is not a reason to get fear and do something or not do something. So to keep all these things clear, I am creating this point intentionally. And I hope I'm not fast. I have few more minutes, I will explain. So Krishna is telling, if at all you are doing an action, any action that could be, in that action, if your intention is not to get profit out of it, to make something result-oriented approach, if you don't have, and if you do it with the samatvam here, if you don't have any attachment in your any action you do, you won't get papam from that action. So this is one of the most beautiful shloka which will apply to all the doctors. Because normally in all other operations, there are few professions where death is certainly at the end. Excuse me?
You can go with
Somebody
the
was
story
saying
also,
something.
because we have 10 more minutes to go. Yeah, you can explain go to the full story.
Wonderful,
and
wonderful. Shall I tell that story? Okay, okay. Oh, this is story. Yogi is doing meditation under a tree, and he is doing for so many years. And every day he will go in the afternoon and beg in the nearby village, Bhavati Bhikshandehi. They will give him some food, he will come back and he will eat, and again he will do meditation. Likewise, he was doing meditation for so many years. One day, what happened, when he was meditating, a crane, cook. So a crane was sitting on the tree, which shit on his body. So he was meditating and he has taken bath, and with the pure body and mind he is sitting. But since the shit happened, he felt angrily without any intention. But the moment he looked at the bird, and because of his tapobala, and that anger literally passed through his eyes, and the bird burnt right away there itself. அப்படியே எரிஞ்சிருச்சு அந்த பறவை. உடனே இவருக்கு ரொம்ப ஆச்சரியம். ஓ, அப்ப நான் வந்து தியானிட்டேன், ஐம் now grown yogi, I got promotion. This kind of a thought he got. He took bath and again came and he did some meditation and he went for bhiksha. He went to a nearby village to ask food. At that time, he was asking in one house, Bhavati Bhikshandehi. So at that time, the house lady was serving food for her husband. And for every mother, serving her husband is the first priority, first dharma. So she told, please wait, I am serving my husband. After serving food, I will come. This statement she makes. He feels very angry. You know what a great saint I can by a look, and asking me to wait. So the ego got in and he got angry. When the mother came out to give food, he looks at that mother very angrily. So at that time, that simple housewife mother smiles and tells, Kokkana ninaitayo konganava. Do you think I am the crane to get burnt by your eyes? And when this statement this housewife tells, this yogi started trembling. First of all, how she knows that such a thing happened in the forest under the tree? She can't know because she is far away from that place. Second, so I can burn a crane, but not her, and she is also happy and smiling and tackling me. That means she is not only knowing what is happening the other side of the world, but also she is more spiritually evolved than me. So when these two thoughts came in, he started trembling and crying and started touching her feet and telling, please, mother, please guide me. Out of ego, I did all these things. Please guide me. What did I miss in this lesson? At that time, she tells, no, my dear, I have my swadharma to take care. Therefore, I can't explain you. Go to the nearby village. In that village, in that marketplace, there is one butcher who can explain you what happened. Now he goes even more confused. I am not understanding how you came to know all these things, but now you are saying next village butcher, that was not a yogi or a archak, but a butcher can explain this. But that time there is no cell phone, WhatsApp, Instagram, Messenger, right? So he was even more puzzled and he went there with all confusion. The moment he comes and stands in front of the butcher smiles and tells, oh, that lady sent you, right? And he gets again shocked. And that is the time when he asks this doubt. You are a butcher, you are murdering people and murdering animals, and your very life is attached with the sin by killing and himsa. And how can you know all these things? And are you evolved than me? Did I waste my life sitting under a tree? Can I also live like a normal life like you and attain spirituality? What did I miss? Please help me. At that time, he tells, please relax. Now it is my swadharma. I can't come. Let me finish this work and then I'll come to you and address you. So he stands there and watches till the evening what exactly this man is doing. He can't believe his eyes because he is seeing a typical normal butcher. So to be frank, he is not that clean. He is not, bhasmadhari, rudrakshadhari. He is not having like jnana palamala illa. So he was continuously doubting all his stands because that is what, like us, he was also having all the prejudice that if a person is spiritually evolved, then he will do Trikala Sandhya, he will do Homa, then he will do temple visit every day, he will do Ekadashi Vratam, all the list what and all normal people think is spirituality. He was also having all this in his mind. And he was continuously getting puzzled because by seeing him, 100% nobody will believe that he is a spiritual person. So everything was over and evening he came out, and when he came out, he fell at his feet. And he told, I don't know whether you are a Mahatma or not, but I know that I am not, and I am in the wrong path, unfortunately. Please guide me. At that time, that person tells, this is I'm guessing, because that exact message is in the Bhagavad Mahabharata Shloka series. And here, this is what is the intention. The message is the same thing. Your action doesn't mean anything until and unless your intention is not in line with that action. So this is little complicated to understand. There is a bigger picture to explain this, which I will explain in the next session. How exactly our action is connected with the pavam and punyam. This we will be discussing in the next coming month. So pavam na enna, punyam na enna, swargam na enna, naragam na enna. According to Christianity, ஒருத்தர் வந்து உடலை விட்டா, உயிர் விட்டா, அந்த உடம்பு வந்து மண்ணுக்குள்ள இருக்கும். ஜட்ஜ்மெண்ட் டேன்னு ஒண்ணு வரும். அன்னைக்கு வந்து பூமிக்குள்ள இருக்கிற எல்லா பணத்தையும் அவர் கூப்பிடுவாரு. எல்லாம் எந்திரிச்சு வந்து வரிசையில நின்று நீங்க சொர்க்கத்துக்கு போகணும், நரகத்துக்கு போகணும்னு டிசைட் பண்ணுவாங்க. இதான் வந்து அவங்களுடைய சிஸ்டம் ஆஃப் ஜட்ஜ்மெண்ட். யார் பாவம் பண்ணியிருக்கா, யாரும் புண்ணியம் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. அப்ப நம்ம பண்ற புண்ணியம் பாவம் நம்ம தர்மத்துல என்ன அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங்? அப்ப நமக்கு வந்து சொர்க்கம்னு ஒண்ணு இருக்கா, நரகம்னு ஒண்ணு இருக்கா? கிறிஸ்டியானிட்டியில சொர்க்கத்துக்கு ஒரு தடவை போயாச்சுன்னா திரும்ப வர்றது கிடையாது. சொர்க்கத்துல ஈட்டர்னல் சொர்க்கம். அது ஒரு தடவை போயாச்சுன்னா திரும்ப வரவே வேண்டாம், அதுல வரவும் முடியாது. அது வந்து சந்தோஷமாவே இருக்கலாம். அப்ப இந்த ஒரு ஜென்மத்துல நம்ம பண்ண தப்புக்கு ஈட்டர்னலா அனுபவிக்கணும், ஒரு ஜென்மத்துல பண்ண நல்லதுக்கு ஈட்டர்னலா நம்ம சந்தோஷத்தை அனுபவிக்கலாம். இதான் வந்து அவங்களோட லாஜிக். இதே மாதிரி வேற வேற தர்மத்துல வேற வேற இது இருக்குது. ஆனா அன்பார்ச்சுனேட்லி நமக்கு வந்து நம்ம தர்மத்துல சொர்க்கம்னா என்ன, சொர்க்கம்னு ஒண்ணு இருக்கா? சொர்க்க காமிஷ்டி யாகம் அப்படின்லாம் நம்ம கேள்விப்பட்டிருப்போம். உங்க யாகம் பண்ணது சொர்க்கம் போறதுக்காக அப்படின்னு எல்லாம். அப்ப சொர்க்கம்னா என்ன நம்ம கான்செப்ட்ல? அப்ப மோட்சத்துக்கும் சொர்க்கத்துக்கும் என்ன வித்தியாசம்? அதுக்கப்புறம் ஒரு பாவம் வர்றதை வந்து எப்படி தடுக்க முடியும், தடுக்க முடியுமா, கிருஷ்ணர் சொல்ற இந்த லாஜிக் என்ன அப்படிங்கிறது எல்லாத்தையுமே நம்ம அடுத்த சந்திப்புல நம்ம பேசுவோம். இவ்வளவு நேரம் கேட்டதுக்கு ரொம்ப நன்றி. ஹரி ஓம்.
धन्यवादः महोदय। भवान् सुखदुःखविषये किं किं कृष्णः उक्तवान् इति, अनन्तरं सर्व आत्माः समानः, अनन्तरं लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु इति बहु उचितवाक्यम् उक्त्वा इति सर्वाणि विषयान् गीता द्वारा बहु सम्यक् विवृतवान्। भवतः भाषणं सम्यक् दत्तवान्, महान् धन्यवादः। ललिता पंचरत्नं श्लोकं वक्तुं कुमारी आद्या राजीश भगिनी आह्वयामि। Aadya Vahini is a grade 2 student from Gopalan National School, Bangalore. She was a participant in Vijay TV's Super Singer Junior 8. She is undergoing Carnatic vocal training from Mr. Shyam Sundar. She also learns shlokas from Kanchi Kamakoti Peetam, Namas Sankirtanam from Vishwavarakari Samasthanam, and Sanskrit from Samskrita Vani.
Hari Om, Suprabhadam, Shubha Sandhya. I am going to recite Lalita Pancharatnam. Pratasmarami Lalita Vadanarvindam Dimbadaram Mridula Mautika Shobhinasham Akarna Dirghanayanam Manikundaladyam Mandasmitam Mrigamadojvala Haladesham Pratarpajami Lalita Ujakalpavalli Ratnanguli Alasadanguli Pallavadya Manikya Hemavalayam Angada Shobhamana Undrekshu Chapa Kushumeshu Shrinirtadana Pratarnamami Lalita Charanarvindam Bhaktishtadana Niratam Pavasindu Bhotam Padmasanadi Suranayaka Pujaniyam Padmangu Sattvaja Sudarshana Lanjanadyam तातस्तुवे परशिवां ललितां भवानी त्रय्यन्तवेद्य विभवां करुणानवद्या विश्वस्य सृष्टिविलयस्थिति हेतुभूता विद्येश्वरीं निगमवाङ्मन तातिदूरा प्रातर्वदामि ललिते तव पुण्यनाम कामेश्वरीति कमलेति महेश्वरीति श्रीशाम्भवीति जगतां जननी परेति वाग्देवदेति वचसा त्रिपुरेश्वरीति यश्लोकपञ्चकमितं ललिताम्बिकायाः सौभाग्यतं सुललितं पठति प्रपाते तस्मै ददाति ललिता झटिति प्रसन्ना विद्यां श्रयं विमलं सौख्यमनन्तकीर्तिम् सद्गुरु श्री आदि शंकराचार्य कृतं ललिता पंचरत्नं संपूर्णं। धन्यवादः।
धन्यवादः भगिनी। भवत्याः ललिता सहस्रनामं बहु सम्यक् आसीत्, बहु मधुरमपि आसीत्। धन्यवादः। अद्य कार्यक्रमस्य मुख्य अतिथिः रूपेण आगतवती श्रीमती शारदाम्बाल् महोदये। मातरं एसेन्स् आफ् ललिता सहस्रनामम् इति विषये भाषणं दातुं प्रार्थयामि। Today we have a special guest, Srimati Sharadambal Mahodaya, who is going to talk on the essence of Lalita Sahasranamam. Srimati Sharadambal Mata is a retired officer from BSNL. She holds a postgraduate degree in Sanskrit from Sastra University. Currently, she is volunteering as a teacher in Samskrita Vani, conducting classes for Pravesha and Parichaya. She also prepares children for Balagirvani and Balakendram exams. Apart from it, she takes Shloka classes where she teaches Sahasranamas, Narayaniyam, Bhagavad Gita, etc. to all the age groups. She volunteered for blind school where she reads and writes exams for blind students.
Good evening, friends. Subhashitam. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheswaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha, Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade, Kamarupini Vidyarambam, Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatume Sada, Vagdevyecha Vidmahe Virinji, Patnecha Dhimahi Tanno, Vani Prasodayat. सर्वेभ्यो नमस्कारः। अहं शारदाम्बाळ्। अहं चेन्नै नगरे वसामि। अहं BSNL मध्ये कार्यं कृतवती। सेवानिवृत्ति अनन्तरं बहूनि विषयानि पठितवती च पाठितवती। MA संस्कृत शास्त्रा यूनिवर्सिटी द्वारा कृतवती। अहं संस्कृतभारत्याः कार्यकर्त्री। इदानीम् अहं बालकेन्द्रं च बालगीर्वाणी वर्गः चालयामि। श्लोकवर्गः अपि चालयामि। मम प्रिय अभिरुचिः केकरदा शृणोति वा? Okay. Mama abhiruchihi varna rangoli cha pushpa rangoli. Adya, today I am going to talk on the topic the essence of Lalita Sahasranamam. The Lalita Sahasranamam is in the language Sanskrit. Sanskrit sam means perfect, samyak. Krit means done. It is a perfectly done language for reading, communicating, speaking, writing, and even for letting out our emotions. Lots of vocabulary are available in the language. It is a Deva Vani. It is considered as Deva Bhasha because people believe that it is a language generated by Lord Brahma himself, and it was transmitted to the rishis in the celestial abode. These rishis transmitted the Shruti to their disciples in the earth. The Guru Shishya relationship, the Shruti was transmitted from one generation to another generation for a long time. Then came the Vyasa, the father of this language. Veda Vyasa made divisions in Vedas to simplify its reading. Veda was divided into 4 types. Rig Veda, poetic; Yajurveda, prose and poet; and Samaveda is full of songs with music; and Atharvana Veda is for rituals. He also made 6 Angas for reading easily the Vedas. The 6 Angas are called as Vedangas, and they are: Siksha means phonetics, then Chanda is meter, then Vyakaranam is grammar, then Nirukti is dictionary or index, and Jyotisha is astronomy, and Kalpa is rules for rituals.
ஒரு நிமிஷம் பிபிடி ஷேர் பண்ணணுமா?
இன்னும் நான் கொஞ்சம் லாங்குவேஜ் பத்தி சொல்ல அப்புறம் எக்ஸசைஸ் நம்ம ஆரம்பிப்போம். போடலாம் இல்லை? இப்போ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஸ்லைடு வேணா போட்டு வைக்கலாம். ஓகே. Vedavyasa then created the Mahabharata Smriti. It is known as 5th Veda. He also created Smritis, Puranas and Upanishads. And first Smriti is Vedas and Smriti is Puranas and epics. Then came the Likitam. For Likitam, alphabets is needed. Panini created alphabets from the sound of the Damaru played by Lord Shiva while dancing. Hence it is called as Maheswara Sutram. I, Un, Rilek, Yevung, Ayauch, Hayavarat, Lan, Ngama, Nyananam, Jabang, Gadadas, Jabagadadas, Kapa, Chatata, Chatatau, Kapai, Shashasar, Hal, Iti Maheswara Sutrani. Panini Ashtadhyayi is recognized till date, and he is the only grammarian followed till date. The Puranas were based on the gunas, Rajas, Tamas and Samatvam. Of the இப்ப slide மாத்தலாம். Next slide. 18 Puranas. Okay. There were 18 Puranas. Of all the 18 Puranas, the Brahmanda Purana is the most largest Purana, and it describes the greatness of Lalitambika and her power over the Trimurtis. The Lalita Sahasranamam comes in the as the 36th chapter of Lalitobhakyanam in the Brahmanda Puranam. It is a conversation between Agastya and sage Agastya and Lord Hayagriva. Hayagriva is the incarnation of Mahavishnu. Jnananandamayam devam nirmala spadika kritim adharam sarva vidyanam Hayagrivam upasmahe. There is a story behind how Hayagriva and Agastya met. Agastya, sage Agastya is one among the stars in the Saptarshi Mandala. He is a brahmachari roaming around India and making prosper the whole India. But his ancestors were not pleased with him and they wanted him to get married and continue their lineage. So he went to Brahma's place and saw the Vishnu Maya. So he was interested in getting married to her. So he went to the earth and met a king who did not have children. He made a child, girl with all the 64 Lakshanas from Vishnu Maya and handed over it to the king and told him that he should marry her when she is 16 to him. And the baby was brought up by the king and she was named Lobhamudra by the Devas. When she was 7 years old, Sri Vidya Upasaka came to the palace and the girl of 7 years, she did service to him and he was pleased by her service. And next page திருப்பிடுங்க. And she was blessed with the Sri Vidya Upasana. From it, she can change her forms and travel from one place to another. With her, keeping the physical body in one place. Then when she was 16, she was married to Agastya, and Agastya and Lobhamudra were traveling throughout India. And when they came to Kanchipuram, Agastya met many sages. They were saying that Lord spread the greatness of Sri Vidya Upasana, and he is giving the Suhasini Puja to Lobhamudra. But he was surprised and asked Lobhamudra about it, and she told that she had that power from the Vidya Upasana, Sri Vidya Upasana. So when he learnt about the greatness of Lalita Sahasranamam and Sri Vidya, he wanted to learn it. Lobhamudra advised him to reach Hayagriva. Thus, Agastya and Hayagriva met, and it is a conversation between them from which we learned the importance of Lalita Sahasranamam. Then Hayagriva was, Agastya asked about the Lalita's importance. He started from the beginning that Lord Shiva was the ultimate god and his wife was Sati. Sati was the daughter of Daksha, and Daksha once did a big yaga, but he did not invite Shiva. Sati went to the yaga without invitation and she was insulted. So she burnt herself in the yaga kundam and the yagam was stopped. Yajnam was stopped. Shiva came and killed Daksha, and Daksha pleaded for mercy, and his body was given. He was the head of goat was attached to his body, and he was given life. Then Shiva was very sad, and he took the body of Sati and traveled throughout the world. Vishnu was very much upset by this because his work was disturbed. And so he cut the body of Sati into 51 pieces and throw it in many places. That is known as Sakti Peedam throughout India. Then Shiva went for meditation, and Sati was reborn to Parvataraja as Parvati. And when she grew up, she wanted to marry Shiva, and she went to do meditation and penance. By the time many asuras were giving trouble to the devas, and devas wanted Shiva and Shakti to unite and give birth to Ganesha and Skanda. So they asked Manmada to send arrows upon Shiva to wake up. When Shiva woke up, he burnt Manmada with his third eye. But Shiva and Parvati met and they got united. And one of the Ganas of Shiva made a doll with the ashes. But Brahma was asking him not to do. Banda, Banda, he was saying. But he gave life to it and it was called Bandasura. And he was giving trouble to all the devas. So, devas were praying to Lalita to kill the Bandasura and free them from trouble. So thus the existence of Lalita starts here. Lalitambal she is the Lalita Sahasranamam was created by the Vagdevadas. Vagdevis. 8 Vagdevis, namely Vasini, Kameshwari, Aruna, Vimala, Jayani, Modini, Sarveshwari, and Kaulini. They created the 1000 namas according to Lalita Devi's wish. Only if we have the blessings of Lalita Devi, we will get the blessing of chanting her Sahasranamam. So today we are all blessed to talk about this topic. Next slide. The Lalita Sahasranamam slokas are organized in such a way that Devi is described from head to feet, Kesati Padam, and then her works are described. The basic works of the basical 5 works are Panchakritya, or Srishti, Siti, Samharam, Tirudhanam, and Anugraham. So Devi is told as Panchakritya Parayana. Actually, the Srishti is done by Brahma, Siti by Vishnu, and Samharam by Isa, and Ridhanam by Rudra, and Anugraham by Sadasiva. But she takes all this work by herself when she wishes. It is told in these slokas, Srishtikatri Brahma Rupa, Goptri Govinda Rupini Samharini Rudra Rupa Tirodhanagarisari Sadasiva Anugrahapada Panchakritya Parayana. So, Pancha Brahma are the three deities, the five Brahmas, and they are sometimes called as Pancha Predam when Devi takes the job herself. They are made lifeless bodies. That is also told in the slokas. Actually, the first three slokas are Sri Mata, the great mother is Srishti, and Sri Maharagi is great ruler Sthiti, and Srimat Simhasaneswari is Samharam. So the first three slokas relate to her work, Srishti, Sthiti, and Samharam, and the rest of the slokas cover Tirodhanam and Anugraham. The first 111 slokas are fully her description and about her work, and the other 900 are related to her greatness, her properties, and what are the, like Kundalini, Sakti, Yogi, and other characteristics of her presence. And next slide.
மேடம், உங்களுக்கு தமிழ்ல கம்ஃபர்டபிளா இருந்ததுன்னா நீங்க தமிழ்ல கண்டினியூ பண்ணுங்க, பரவாயில்லை.
ஓகே, இல்ல எப்படி வருதோ அப்படி சொல்றேன். Slide, okay. This is the same as சொல்லிட்டேன். Okay. The next sloka, the next names are Chidagnigunda Sambhuta Devakarya Samudyata. It tells about the Devi arising from the fire of knowledge to help the Devas in their work. That is killing of Bandasura. And the next Nama, Udyat Bhanu Sahasraba, till Sinchana Mani Manjira Mandita Sri Padambuja, explains her beauty, about all her parts like face, forehead, eyes, mouth, tongue, voice, hands, legs have been described. Then thereafter, Devi's place, dwelling place, Chintamani Griham is described. And then how she fought against Bandasura is described. After that, Kundalini Sakti is described. And lastly, her properties have been described. So this is the content of Lalitha Sahasranama. Then we will see it in elaborate. First, the Dhyana Slokam comes. Dhyana Slokam, there are 4 Dhyana Slokams. The first one is Sindura Aruna Vigraham. It is composed by the Vagdevis themselves. The second one, which starts with Aruna Karuna Dharangi Dakshim, is composed by Lord Dattatreya. And there is no information about the third one, starting with Dhyayet Padmasanastam Vikachikavadanam. But the fourth one, starting with Sakunkuma Vilevanam Aligasumi Kasturigam, is composed by Adi Sankaracharya. In all the Dhyana slokas, importance is repeating to Devi's red complexion, and it is compared to the sun at dawn, which tells her compassionate nature. Now, we will see the Lalita Sahasranama is described in such a way. She is described from head to toe. The beginning of the Sahasranama describes Lalita as Kameswari with her consort Kameswara. Kameswari is extremely beautiful, having very long hair, which is adorned with Champaka, Asoka, Punnaga, Sugandha flowers. And she is having a tilak on her forehead. That is 16th name. And she is having her eyebrows appear like the arch gates of Kamadeva. 17th name. The other mantras also explain about her cheeks shine like a mirror of Padmaraga, and her teeth are resembling Sodasakshari mantra, and her voice is compared, it is more sweeter than the Kachaba, the Veena of Saraswati. So thus up to 46 name, her beauty is described. The 46th name is Sinjana Mani Manjira Mandita Sri Padambuja, which means her feet are adorned with musical anklets filled with gemstones. Then comes the union of Lalita as Kameswari and Kameswara. And she is described, her beauty is described, her beautiful smile is described. From her neck to the bottom of the feet, every portion is described. Main importance is given to Siva and Shakti. She is wearing the Mangal Sutra tied by Kameswara. The union of Shiva and Shakti, Shiva Shakti Aika Rupini, is given much importance in the Lalita Sahasranama, and it is said to be the absolute form. But beyond that, Lalita is the absolute form. That is why she is the last name in the Sahasranama, Lalitambikaye Namaha. Then after the description of Lalitambal comes the description of the city, Srinagara. Next slide, Putungo. The city of Srinagara. See, from the names 57, the description of the Srinagara is started. It is considered as the Shiva was telling Parvati that it is in the middle of ocean of milk, and island called as Ratnadvipa. And it is also described in the 61st name as Sudhasagara Madhyastha, which describes Devi as residing in the middle of the ocean of nectar. Srinagara is surrounded by 25 walls, and each wall representing a tattva. It has 25 streets circling it made of gems, precious stones like silver, gold, then 9 gems, alloys of 5 metals, and in the 8th street is a forest of Kadamba Vanavasini. It is a Kadamba forest, and it is presided by Mantrini or Shyamala or Mathangi. It is the 60th Namavali. On the 15th street resides the Ashtadik Balagas. And in the 16th resides the Varahi also called as Dandini or Danda, Dandanada who was Lalita's commander-in-chief in her battlefield. And the 17th street resides the different yoginis, Yogini, Yogananda, Yugandhara. In the 18th street resides Mahavishnu. In the 19th street resides Isana. And in 20th resides Tara Devi. In 21st is Varuni. And in 22nd resides Kurukulla, Kulotirna Baharadya, who resides over the fort of Pride. In 23rd resides the Martanda Bhairava. And in 24th resides the moon. And in 25th street resides Manmada, who is looking after the forest of love. In the center is the Srinagara, is the Mahapadmadavi, Kadamba Vanavasini, the forest of great lotuses, and within it the Chintamani Graha, 57th name, a palace constructed out of Chintamani. Chintamani means the wish fulfilling gem. The palace is said to be on the northern side of the Srinagara. To its northeast is the Chidagni Kundas, and on both sides of it, eastern gate, are the houses of Mantrini and Dandini. On its fourth gate stands the Chadaramnaya, gods for watch and ward. Next slide, Putriko. The Sri Chakra and Lalita herself are said to reside within the Chintamani Graha. The chakra is said to be made up of the following components, all represented in the decorative features. The square representing Trilokya Mohanam, Devi as the beautiful in the three worlds, and the 16 petaled lotus called the Sarvasa Paripurakam, Devi as the fulfiller of all desires. The 8 petaled lotus called the Sarva Samshovanam, Devi as the cleanser. The 16 cornered figure representing Sarva Saubhagyam, luck, and the external 10 cornered figure called the Sarvada Sadakam, Sarvatra Sadakam, Devi as the giver of all assets. The internal 10 cornered figure called Sarva Rakshaka, Sarva Rakshakarakam, Sarva Rakshakaram, Devi as the protector. The 8th cornered figure called the Sarva Rogaharam, Devi as the cure to all diseases. The triangle called the Sarva Siddhi Pradam, Devi as the giver of all powers, and the central dot known as the Sarvanandamayam or the Bindu, Devi as pleasure. The center of the chakra on the throne Pancha Brahma. That is Pancha Brahma we saw in the previous slide. And the Bindu Pita sits Mahatripura Sundari. Thus, the seat of Mahatripura Sundari is described very finely. The seat is having 4 limbs of Rudra, Siva, Brahma, Vishnu, and Sadasiva is the bed. And she is sitting in the center of the Bindu. Then Bandasura. Next slide, Salam. The one of the main events in the Lalita Sahasranamam is the battle of Lalitambal with Bandasura. Devas were praying to Devi to kill the Asura. So, the war of Bandasura with Lalitambal is described in the Sahasranamam. accompanied by the powers of various Shaktis and Devis who accompanied her in the battle. Sambatkari Devi is described as the captain of elephant regiment, 66th Nama, and Ashwaruda Devi is the captain of cavalry, 67th Nama. Lalita as Parasakti herself is described as riding in the Sri Chakra Radha, Chakra Raja, and in the name 68. After the description of the battle with respect to various Shaktis, and Ganesha also helped in the battlefield, and Bala Tripura Sundari also helped in the battlefield. And finally, Lalita destroyed the army of Bandasura with the help of Pasupadastra, and she destroyed him and his city with Kameswarastra weapon. After the death of Bandasura, all the Devas praised her, and she gave life to Manmada for the welfare of the world. The next slide, Putla. Here, again, we can Lalita Sahasranamam. Devi herself is described as Panchakritya Parayana. She does the 5 works of the God, that is Srishti, Siti, Samharam, Tirodhanam, and Anugraham herself. When she do the work by herself, the 5 deities become Panchapreta. Panchabrahma, when they do the work themselves, and they become Panchapreta when it is done by Ambal. It is in Panchabrahma Swarupini, is the 25th Namavali. And she is also said as Panchapreda Manjati Sayini. That means she is sitting on the couch made of 5 corpses. They are told as Preda because at that time she is active doing all the works of them. And next comes the Yoginis. Yogini, Yogananda, Yugandhara, Icha Sakti, Jnana Sakti, Kriya Sakti Swarupini. Devi is considered as the god of yoga, goddesses of yoga. Kundalini is the energy of prana, and Lalitambal is considered as the Kundalini itself. Kundalini is found at the bottom of the spinal cord, in the Mooladharam. The slokas from 98 to 111 describe about the chakras. The chakras are Mooladharam is the basic, it is found at the bottom of the spinal cord with 4 petaled lotus kept vertically and having the Kundalini Sakti. The next chakra is Swadhishtanam. It is having 6 petals, 6 petaled lotus, and it does the work of power, having the power of relieving us from the clutches of birth. It is considered as the Brahma Chakra. Then next comes the Manipuraha Chakra with 10 petals. Nabi, it is around the Nabi. And then next comes the Anahata Chakra with 12 petals. It is considered as Vishnu Grandhi, Vishnu Chakra. it releases from our position, from the clutches of our position. And then comes the Visuddhi Chakra with 16 petals. It is the Rudra Chakra. And then comes the Aadya Chakra. It is the wheel of orders. Lalitambal is the person giving orders to all the nadis of our body and the world also. And then the final chakra is at the top of our head. It is called Sahasrara. Sahasrara with 1,000 petals in the inverted shape. The Kundalini Shakti, which rises from the bottom of the spinal cord and rises to the top of the Sahasrahara. And when it reaches there, the honey, the nectar of acknowledgement from the top is spread to the whole parts of the body through nerves, and we get the enlightenment of Sri Vidya and all the siddhis. This is possible only on chanting of Lalitha Sahasranamam and Sri Vidya. So we can know the power of Lalitambal and Lalitha Sahasranamam from this. So mainly Kundalini Shakti and Yoginis is very important in Lalitha Sahasranamam. After that, all the Namavalis are descriptive of Lalitambal's properties, how she distributed the Srinagaram and the other works to her Shaktis, and she was described as everything, Icha Sakti, Kriya Sakti, Jnana Sakti. Then she is the whole world. All the that is Sri Vidya. She is the Sri Vidya, Mahavidya. Then Kama Kotika, Kadaksha Gingari Buddha, Kamala Koti Sevita. All if we go on, everything will be describing her greatness. Parama, Guhya, Kevala, Tripura, Yogini, Yogata, Yogya, Yogananda, Yugandhara, Sarvadara, Supradishta. Then she is Lajja, Rambadi Vandita, Saraswati, Savitri, Aparna, Chandika, Saduranga Paleswari, Samrajyadayini. It goes on describing her greatness. And finally, the last 5 slokas are, that is, she is Shiva herself, and she is Shiva Sakyaika Rupini. And finally, the greatest Ambal is Lalitambal. And it ends with Lalitambikayai Namaha, the 1,000th name. And we the Palasruti, or the benefits of Lalita Sahasranamam, is not in the Brahmanda Puranam. It is in the Markandeya Puranam differently, not like Vishnu Sahasranamam, where the Palasruti is in the Sahasranamam itself. But here it is in the Markandeya Puranam, where Markandeya described the Palasruti to Agastya. What are the benefits? We can understand it from the Sahasranamam itself, the importance of Vidya Upasana and Kundalini Shakti. See, Sri Vidya is the best Upasana, and Srinagaram is the best city. It is described as the best city, and Lalita Sahasranamam is the best Sahasranamam chanted. And In the Palasruti, it is said that those who chant the 1000 Sahasranamas, the curse that will cure all diseases and gives rise to all types of wealth. It cures all accidental deaths, and also it is an antidote to ultimate untimely death. It prevents untimely death, and it also cures all types of fever and gives rise to long life. It gives sun, the two first sun, and gives 3 types of wealth. The special prayer of goddess with the name to please her should be chanted daily after worshipping of Lalita. We must take bath in the morning, finish the daily duties, and go to the prayer room and first worship Sri Chakra and chant the Sri Vidya mantra either 100 times or 400 times, and then the secret 1000 names should be read. Then the devotees will get the effect of taking bath in the sacred river of Ganga 1 crore times, and also the same effect of constructing 1 crore lingas, and also digging 1 crore wells and water in the deserts, and doing Aswamedha Yaga in the shores of Ganges, and also feeding 1 crore Brahmins daily during the famine. 1 crore times the good effects of doing all these matchless blessings would be got even by chanting one name out of the 1000 secret names. So even if one name among the 1000 names is read, all the sins committed by him would be destroyed without doubt. Even the sin caused by very bad act of not doing the daily sacred routines would go away, and all the sins would be destroyed speedily if we chant Lalita Sahasranamam daily. So we'll come to the conclusion, and I am very happy that I am honored and given this chance to speak with you. This is my first speech, so there would have been many flaws. So please, I am happy that you listen to me patiently. Thank you all. Subhashitam.
धन्यवादः माता।
धन्यवादः everyone.
भवती बहु सम्यक् भाषणं दत्तवती। भवती ललिता सहस्रनामं मध्ये पुराणानि कथं वयं ललिता सहस्रनामं प्राप्तवन्तः, पञ्चकृत पारायण, अनन्तरं चक्राः विषये, अनन्तरम् इत्येवं बहूनि विषयाणि सरलतया सम्यक् उक्तवती। बहु धन्यवादः माता।
धन्यवादः भगिनी।
Next event is a Q&A session. Now the floor is open for discussion. If anybody has any question or comments, they can share them now.
अग्रे गच्छतु माता।
Thanks to all. इदानीं धन्यवादं कथनं वक्तुं मातङ्गी सुरेश भगिनी आगच्छति। मातङ्गी सुरेश भगिनी अध्यापिका अस्ति। She is teacher by profession. She had served as special educator for special needed children and has interested in Sanskrit and completed Kovida in Sanskrit language. इदानीं धन्यवाद कथनं वक्तुं मातङ्गी सुरेश भगिनी आह्वयामि।
धन्यवादः युरेनिका। सर्वेभ्यः संस्कृतवाणी सदस्येभ्यः मम हार्दिकं स्वागतं धन्यवादः च। अद्भुतस्य लङ्गरस्य कृते कुमारी युरेनुका इत्यस्य धन्यवादः। कुमारी नित्यश्री प्रार्थना गीत सुनने मधुर रहे धन्यवादः। सुभाषितम प्रस्तुत करने हेतु धन्यवादः सुंदरकृष्णन जी। शंकर कुमरन जी भगवद गीता पाठं सम्यक् व्याख्यातवान् धन्यवादः। ललिता पंचरत्नम श्लोकम अतीव सुगतः आसीत् धन्यवादः कुमारी आद्या राजेश। Reciting Lalita Pancharatnam will give good knowledge, fortune, prosperity, wisdom, fame, happiness, and all this Adya you will get. It was such a nice rendition. My pranams to Srimati Saradambal ji. We are very grateful to hear your speech today. You had led us to lead a good life by worshipping God and understand the beauty of devotion. Today, our mind was completely focused on your speech, and I personally feel it is the real magic of chanting Lalita Sahasranamam. You explained it so beautifully. Bhavata Bhashanam Shritva Adya Vayam Danyaha Smaha. Like we are blessed to hear your speech, and it is like it was so nice and it was very clear. Actually, we are able to understand. And also Lalita Sahasranamasya Tava Varnanam Amrita Swadanavat Asit. It was like tasting nectar. This is how your explanation was, and we are very thankful to you, ma'am. Though we recite the Shlokam regularly, today we were able to understand the details and it was very clear. Dhanyavadaha Mataji. Thank you very much, Saradambal ji. Dhanyavad Sivakumar Aiyer ji, jo Shanti mantra japate hoge. Special thanks to V Saradambal for organizing such a beautiful program on this auspicious Shukravara. தை வெள்ளிக்கிழமை அன்னைக்கு மேடம் உங்களால ஒரு அவ்வளவு புண்ணியம் பாக்கியம் எங்களுக்கு லலிதா சஹஸ்ரநாமம் விஷயங்களை சொன்னதுக்கு and thank you விசாலஜி once again. धन्यवादः सर्वेभ्यः. Thank you all.
धन्यवादः भगिनी। इदानीं वयं कार्यक्रमस्य अन्तिमभागे स्मः। शान्तिमन्त्रम् उक्त्वा समापयामः। शान्तिमन्त्रं वक्तुं श्री शिवकुमार अय्यर जी प्रार्थयामि।
ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। नमस्कारः।
Namaskaraha. Thanks to everyone.